when I was working at a grocery store, we had the pallet jack lifter thing, and we were bringing a big load from one of the trucks, and there had been a mouse that was roaming around the warehouse for about a week or so, and we put the pallet jack down, and all we heard was a pop. About a day later or so, when we were moving the pallets, we saw a very, very flat mouse.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Words Are Hard show, where we bring up random topics that people gave to us or people didn't give to us that just happen to be in a randomizer. Then we talk about the topics, and then we do the thing.
The thing. It's time for the thing. Everybody loves the thing.
Mike can turn his fucking phone on.
Mike can't do the thing.
What are we talking about?
He's struggling with the thing. What's the thing, Mike?
We already did that. Well, I forgot to take the thing out of the thing. We're going to talk about dating coworkers. This is the week of love for us.
This is the week of love in this
week
case.
of love.
This is apt. This is a very good situation.
This is perfect timing.
Oh no, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah. We'll get to that in a bit.
We're talking about dating coworkers.
Dating coworkers.
Not marrying coworkers.
It started as dating.
Well, here's the thing. Your wife told me the whole situation. That you're a homewrecker, basically.
I'm not a homewrecker. They weren't living together or anything. They were only dating.
They weren't living together.
So your wife
matter.
was dating another guy, also named Greg. If I
I'm
got
the better
story
Greg
right.
though.
And things weren't quite working out very well between the two of them, and him and his wife got sat next to each other, and they hit it off.
Yeah,
and
her sister had a lot to do with that too.
It makes sense, yeah.
She said things aren't working out with my boyfriend, and you were like,
"Oh, I didn't even know that."
And
At the time that I first started sitting next to her, I didn't even know she had a boyfriend.
You don't live together, do you?
I just thought, hey, they sat me next to this hot chick at work. I'm gonna start hitting on her, and then I found out.
I want to hear Greg's flirting. I
kind of do
it's
too.
Kind of sad and pathetic. You don't.
No. Tell me. We're talking about dating coworkers. You sat next to her at work.
That was so long ago.
What'd you
I don't
say?
even remember what I said.
Come on.
I don't know.
What words did you use to win your wife over?
I joked. God knows.
I was in high school, so I hit my wife with a snowball. We were in a snowball fight, and I hit her with it.
For Greg, he said...
Wait, but didn't we already determine that your wife tried to ditch you like 2 or 3 times, and then finally she just got tired of
because I was weird, and I was weird, and I smoked a lot of pot.
You were weird?
Yeah, and then I quit some weird things and...
switched to others.
Kept others.
I
just kept adding and removing quirks in my life until
I feel like Greg's flirting is like, ooh baby, you make me harder than Chinese algebra.
No, that's far from it. My flirting is you don't even know I'm flirting. I'm just basically
give me your best
around.
pickup line. You don't even know I'm doing it until it's done.
That's my point.
Definition of our whole fucking relationship.
Use pickup lines. I would just like joke around and try and be friendly.
See, and that's the thing.
Hey baby, my flirting's a lot like our future relationship. You won't even know it's happening until it's done. You're just gonna wake up one day and be full of regret with me.
Oh my god,
that's probably true.
I don't flirt well. I don't flirt well at all. Like kind of like Greg said. I mean, it's just I just say things. People find it funny. I'm not actually funny. I just say really mean things, and people think I'm joking.
Real world flirting is a lot different than high school flirting.
Oh yeah,
I have zero experience because the last time that I had to flirt was in high school.
Yeah, you threw a snowball at someone.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Trust me, you didn't miss out on anything.
Yeah, I'm all right.
See, I also have a little bit of experience. Do you have any more to add to your wife's story?
Give me your best pickup line.
I don't have a pickup line.
Give me your best pickup line.
How many planets are there?
Does this have anything to do with Uranus? Because if not, I don't want to hear this joke.
There's only 8 after NASA determined that Pluto is a dwarf planet.
So you're saying give or take? So you're saying give or take 8 planets?
Well, no, that's your response.
My response
that's
is...
how you pick up science, bitches.
My response is, well, there'd be one less when I'm done with Uranus.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
But this isn't about pickup lines. This
hey,
was
baby,
about dating coworkers.
Are those space pants? Because I'd like to Fuck.
Oh man, it is for the best that you didn't have to go through adult dating. You'd
So
still be single and
okay.
alone.
Dating coworkers, since Greg is a fucking prude.
so for me,
Prude.
Yeah, you won't tell us how it
so
happened.
you
I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
So wait. Did you go to McDonald's with her? Because apparently his first date was at McDonald's. Did you go to McDonald's with her
That-
before or after she broke up with her other boyfriend?
Before, so that technically wasn't a date. It was just the first thing we ever did together outside of work. Was we went to McDonald's to get a meal.
Okay.
What did you have?
I think I had a Big Mac.
Did you like take a McNugget and like paint her lips with it?
No,
Like-
because again, at the time, she was still dating someone else.
Yeah, but that didn't stop you.
No, I was. Yeah, but you don't just immediately jump to painting her lips with McNuggets. You got to work your way into that.
Gotta work your way up to the McNugget lip
Yeah,
paint, buddy.
I mean, come on.
Oh
Did you
my
start out with like a
God.
Don't
McDouble
you know
and you
anything
just like
about McDonald's dating?
you just shove it into her face?
McDonald's date.
Oh my god!
You gotta work your way up to the sexy McNuggets. You
Yeah.
fucking
Amateur.
Scrub.
amateur.
God.
Yeah.
So for me, I met my just jumping into it. For me, I met my last girlfriend at work.
And that worked out well.
I mean, you date someone for 2 years. After meeting at work, it's
I guess when you become an adult, most of your life is work.
Well,
so-
that's-
and that's a big
thing.
thing, right? So I mean, for me, it was kind of unexpected. We just ended up going to Tim Hortons after work one day. I ended up driving her home because her roommate said, "Hey, go ask that guy if he can drive you home."
I can honestly say that Timbits are sexier than McNuggets. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
Well, they're
we
covered in sugar.
At least dessert.
basically we went to Tim Hortons. We sat and talked for like 6 hours over coffee and just kind of hit it off from there, which was great. It worked out. The only problem with dating coworkers is that when you start to talk about work, you get passionate. If you're in two different departments that have conflicting views over what need to be done at work, that leads to fights. I don't know if you've run into the same situation or if you're like,
Because your wife, where you guys worked at the time, you were over on the technical side, and she was in sales. Is that right?
Nope. She was doing the same thing I was.
So she was in sales when I showed up there.
Right. She didn't switch to sales until after I left
Oh, okay.
and went to where I'm at now.
see, for me, I saw, there were conflicting views over what needed to be done at work. And she thought that I was talking down to her, that type of thing, right? But
Well, let's be honest,
realistically-
Alex. You probably were, because this is you we're talking about.
To be honest, the way that I end up explaining things sometimes, as far as on a technical aspect, sometimes it does sound like I'm talking down to a person, but it's not. It's just the way that I'm explaining.
No,
it.
I'm the same way. I know
So,
what you mean.
there were a lot of fights over stuff like that until she ended up quitting, and then that was fine. My current girlfriend, I also met at work.
Same work.
Same work. Except for I can't say that I met her first because we met at the Christmas party and I was plastered. I don't remember half the night. Greg, you were there. How was I?
I had to try and keep you from having a threesome with lesbians. So
That's fair. I did end up dry humping lesbians that night, didn't I?
yeah.
But they're lesbians.
No.
You're talking about the threesome they're not having. You know what I mean? I want to be a part of.
Trust me, I helped you.
I want to
that
be a
night.
part of that threesome they're not having.
No, I helped you that night.
So, yeah, no, I ended up one of the first interactions that she had with me was I was yelling at the ice machine because it was giving me cubed ice instead of crushed ice for my whiskey, which I was drinking straight and of which I had a whole quart of, and I
Puts ice in his whiskey.
Pussies.
He kind of deserves it.
we can talk about whiskey snobbery later.
Put
So
that on the list.
so anyway, so she ended up texting me the next day, and
How did she get your number?
She was like,
or she messaged me on Facebook rather the
Okay, I
next
was
day.
gonna
yeah.
say.
And she was like,
Because you were in no shape to remember what your phone number was.
She's like, sorry for the random ad, but we met last night at the Christmas party. I hope you remember me. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest.
how
I don't
many
remember
planets are there
shit.
again?
I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember shit, and I kind of felt bad. So for her birthday, which was coming up, a couple weeks later, I took her out to Boston Pizza, and
Of course.
it just kind of worked out from there.
You would take a stranger out for their birthday.
So-
You're the kind of person who's
I mean,
like,
Boston Pizza's no McDonald's, but
for me, For me, it was more of
paint your
a...
lips with unlimited breadsticks all day, bitch.
No, again, you don't jump right to the lip painting. Doesn't matter what the food is.
That's what
You
I do
gotta
on the
work your
first
way up
date.
to it.
They're like, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, shh. And they're like, I'm gonna go.
Sir, we're here for a job interview. This isn't the time or place.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Shh, 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 shh.
Just eat this.
Where'd you get a McNugget?
You can't have food in here.
It's cold. Sorry, okay.
It's kind of
If you're going to do it, obviously you'd have to do it with pocket bacon, right? Like, just go...
Pocket
yes.
nuggets?
No, Alex's pocket bacon.
See, for me, it'd be pocket bacon. Anyway, so yeah, I ended up taking her out to a birthday lunch as a, hey, I'm sorry I couldn't remember you from the party. That's my bad. But at the time
Alex, tell the truth. It was totally hey, now that I've got you on Facebook and I'm looking at your pictures, you're kind of hot, so I want to try and hit you up.
to be honest, I didn't Facebook creeper
Alex.
until after the fact.
There's no way that you bring somebody out for lunch for fun or just as an apology.
Yeah, no,
for
you
being
had
drunk.
ulterior motives.
If you had to bring somebody out for lunch for every time that you were super wasted, you would be fucking flat broke, dude.
yeah,
So-
where's my lunch for taking care of you that night?
So also at the
Yeah,
Christmas
see,
party,
notice how he dodges the subject?
also at the Christmas party, I was doing magic pretty much the whole night, right? I was
Yes.
doing a needle swallowing routine, I think.
Magic.
And I ended up I saw there's one of my coworkers and his date were on their way out the door, but I stopped them. I started doing magic, and I started drawing a little bit of a crowd, and I started doing pickup magic because single Alex does pickup magic, and I ended up getting apparently a little too grabby with one of these girls, but she didn't mind it. She said, "Yeah, if it would have been a problem, I would have slapped you."
It's not the one you're with.
Not the one I'm with.
Somebody
no.
else.
This is someone else entirely. So I ended up getting her number accidentally because what I meant to do is
Accidentally.
what I meant to do.
Oh, your number just magically appeared in my phone.
No.
That's magic.
What I meant to do is I took out a card and I took out a Sharpie. I'm like, all right, sign this card. I'm going to put my number on it. But drunk Alex didn't say that so fluently. He said, sign this card with your number. So I ended up with her number after the fact, and I texted her a couple days later. So it was kind of this weird situation where I'm texting this girl, and then I end up not dating her, but I end up taking her out to a movie because as an apology for grabbing her butt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I do take people out for apology
Dates.
I do.
Where's mine?
Where's ours? I think we deserve at least 3 or 4 at this point.
So I guess you say that doesn't happen. It does happen.
I
But
got to do this show.
Yeah. I think
no.
we should be taken out weekly.
but no. But ultimately,
Whoa.
I ended up with the woman I'm with now, who also works with me, and it just kind of works out.
Who
So
we
it
still
sounds
need to
like
meet.
it sounds like drunk Alex is a lot like somebody who's like doesn't know how to properly cook pasta. They're just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks.
That's a very apt description
That's
of drunk Alex.
pretty much it, to be honest. Yeah, drunk Alex has a lot of different stages too, which is, they each caught me at a different stage.
Yeah, it's been a good night when you get to the stage of Alex passed out in the backseat of your car.
Yeah.
That's my favorite stage of drunk Alex.
Then you're like, we gotta
Alex, I gotta go home. Get out of my car.
we gotta drive 4 hours home. You can't be in my car when we do this. I'm like,
Or just go throw up on the lawn for a while.
pretty much. So, yeah, I've dated 2 coworkers, and let's hope the second one.
I thought he was about to say, let's hope the 4th one works out.
Let's hope the second one works out better than the first one, and we just kind of go from there.
I think it already has.
Wow, subtle.
No, I when I was dating my wife in high school, we both ended up working at the same place
That doesn't count.
at the same grocery store.
I don't even know why you're bringing the story up.
It works.
It was after the fact. It was after she dumped me twice, and then my mom worked there.
See, this is what boggles my mind. She had 2 times that she got rid of you. Why the hell did she take you back that 3rd time? What was she thinking?
It's like 2.5 years later. Hey, you know what's a really funny repetitive joke? Just like
Making fun of how Your wife dumped you. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. You were telling a story.
No, I'm kidding. No,
No, I apologize. I'll take you out to Boston Pizza later.
Bitch, I want McNuggets. I could really go for some McNuggets right now that we talked about it. No, we both ended up working at the same grocery store. But the funny part is that my mom was working there as her supervisor before I even got a job
Hi, Mike's
there.
mom. Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
true.
Keep going.
We had some random people who were like that we don't know who were like, "Hi, Mike's mom."
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
who like commented to my mom. Anyway,
Kind of weird.
I think they saw you do it, and then they saw our friend Dave do it, and then they were
It
like,
snowballed.
Me too. But anyway, so yeah, I guess my mom worked with her before I did, but we ended up working together before we started dating, and then she got a job somewhere else, and then we started dating. But
Makes sense.
we were always kind of on and off though, so I think that kind of counted.
Yeah, I'd count it. So I mean, ultimately, you ended up with her, and you ended up working with her. So it works out.
See, I'm sorry I keep making fun of you and her ditching you because I currently work with one of her ex-suitors that she hooked up with between the multiple times she was with you, and I can understand why she's with you instead.
Oh,
And I hope he watches this episode. If he doesn't, I'm going to make him watch the episode.
listen, Mike, you're really good by comparison to other people.
Yeah.
To a couple other people.
Well,
Like
okay,
that's
let's be honest. That's
let's not
really...
step into the territory. But I mean, so is there? Do you guys feel like there's something wrong with dating coworkers?
Well, obviously not. I married someone I dated working with them, and he's got his second one on the go.
And to be honest,
You're fucking the whole company.
Yeah.
no, I do find it difficult at times because there are the
You were saying like the
difference,
arguments and
the
stuff,
difference in opinion over what should be done at work. Different policies and whatnot. At least in the field that I'm
Do you
in.
feel like that there's a stigma like that like management or upper level treats you differently or looks down at it in a certain way?
It'd be different if
I don't think so.
if you were dating a manager or if one of you guys was a manager. That type of thing
Yeah.
would be a little bit different. But no, there's several people that are at work. There's people that used to work with all of us, and then they moved to the company that Greg works for now. At least one of them did, and basically they both met at the place I'm working right now, and they're happily married with a dog, and they're all happy and whatnot. You know who I'm talking about. You just don't know it.
I think I do know who you're talking
Yeah.
about, but they don't work with me anymore.
No, they do not.
Okay, then yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So I mean, there's been at
I'll
least
tell you after.
there's like at least 4 or 5 different relationships.
remember.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 different relationships that have started in the office that I can remember off the top of my head.
The
right?
thing is,
So,
is that if I was single, I couldn't see myself connecting with anybody at work because
You work with a bunch of guys.
Well, no. That's true. There's like I think there's probably 3 or 4 girls in the office. Actually, since I started working nights, I think they hired like 4 or 5 new people. I'm gonna show up there in June when I start
Not
on
gonna know
days,
anyone.
and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, new guy," and I'll be like, "Fuck you!" I've been here for like 2 years, buddy.
Well, you talk to a lot of people from different companies, but like you're all effectively working on the same product, right? Like we'll say if you got a call from Florida, you started talking to someone. Hypothetically, if you were single, right?
Okay, so believe it or not, there was a business partner that I worked with, and their upper level management got involved because our mutual customer was pissed off, and it was the customer's issue. They just didn't understand it. I started talking with this upper level manager. She really liked the work that I did, so she actually asked my manager that, if they have these issues that they exclusively get to work with me. I was like, cool. So I ended up talking to her almost every day. And at one point, she started, like, kind of getting a little too personal when she was talking to me.
Oh,
And kind of seemed like she was hitting on me a little bit. And then she was like, and I was like, so I was like, just being as professional as I
you
can,
Yeah.
but trying to keep like a good business relationship. Anyway, and then she said something about, she's like, so where are you in Canada anyway? Because I go up and do photography in Toronto, and it's just like, all right, now you're trying to come up where I am, and at this point, I'm like, so
So you shut her down.
I was like, issues are fixed, right? You know? I was like, because I gotta, you know, I've got to run a couple
And then she's
errands.
like, Mike, where are you?
I gotta run a couple errands and get
Where are you?
get home to my wife.
I'll find you. I'll find you on Facebook. I'll hunt you down.
So yeah, you're right. Things can get weird. Outside of, especially when I don't want to sound really conceited, but I feel like
Why should you stop now?
I feel like because we work in IT that there's two very different kinds of people. There's people who have good soft skills and social skills and can talk to people and are technical, and then there's people that you guys know have no business being on the phone.
Like me.
You can talk to people. I think you can turn it off and on and talk to people really well. There are people that we both worked with, that you currently work with, who I have literally I was on a mutual team with them, and I went to my manager and I said, this guy's smart as fuck. You need to put him behind a computer and just give him tasks and have him get that shit done for us. He has no business picking up a phone. And there's people like that. So I guess the problem is that when women step into sort of the IT industry, because it's so diluted at this point from a gender perspective, I feel like when they end up meeting somebody with half decent social skills, that it's really easy to make those connections.
Yeah.
When
makes
nobody
sense.
in your life can make a social connection, and then suddenly somebody does, it you know, even
It stands out.
even the slightest bit of friendliness these days comes off as flirting.
It
Yeah.
does, and I guess that's kind of the unfortunate place that we are in society right now. Is that, you know, it kind of goes back to the whole online dating type thing that we talked about yesterday. That I guess because you're nice, you know, whether it's online or not, it comes off as oh well, this person's just trying to get in my pants. I'm gonna put up a fight about this. You know,
Well, I mean, there was one time when I was out in public and I was walking downtown, and somebody dropped money. It was like a 10 and a 5, like folded together, and I picked it up. I was like, "Ma'am," and she's like, "I have a boyfriend." I was like,
Did you pocket the $15 and walk away?
No.
Because I would have.
"No." I wanted to make sure that she felt dumb.
Screw that bitch.
No, her ignorance is not.
Her ignorance is
her,
worth
her,
$15
her
to
ignorance
me.
doesn't have a dollar value. Her shame does.
I was gonna say, I mean,
Her shame has a $15 value to me.
did she look shameful when you went?
I was like, "You dropped your money." She's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah."
And at that point, you should have said, "But since you have a boyfriend, I'd have pocketed it and walked away."
Yep.
So I have a boyfriend, so you don't want your money back,
Yeah. Here's your money.
bitch.
Go give it to your boyfriend. You slut. Just get really mad. I don't know. That was a roller coaster. That one had something for everybody. Lessons learned.
I don't think there's anything wrong with dating coworkers. I think it could work out. I'm an
You're proof of
example
that?
of it working out. So
I think it can work out.
Depends who you ask.
Exactly. Wow.
yeah, just don't ask my wife.
No, don't. I meant don't ask her ex that you fucking.
Oh no, don't ask her either.
I think it can work out, but you do have to be careful, I guess. Depending on the industry that you're in, you can get into some fights about some stuffs.
I don't know. I think lessons learned is that there's two types of people in this world. There's the Boston Pizza apologies, and there's the McNugget paint lips. So take your pick. Hey guys, thanks for watching that episode of the Words Are Hard show. Let us know in the comments below how you feel about dating coworkers. You can also follow us on social media. The links are in the description. We got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can hit us up on there anytime. We've got lots of fun stuff going on there. We also have a merch store where you can pick up some of our shirts. You can pick up some mugs, anything you like with our sweet logo on it. We don't see a dime of that, but it's a whole lot of fun to support the show. as far as I'm concerned. If you like that video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, then fuck whatever. We'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. You can click on this icon here between Alex and I, and if you want to watch our previous episode, you can click right here.